Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back, it's Jordan here. It is officially Insiders Weekend, so of course, I find myself at the LEGO store. See, there you go, Insiders Weekend. Join now for special savings. What do you think, should I join? We've got caddy claws in the front window here, I believe. Look at the super-sized Wolverine claws. Are those like 3D printed for the whiskers? Some people were mentioning that the nose of the cat was upside down. Is it still upside down? I don't know, but it's Insiders Weekend, so there's a bunch of promotions to capitalize on, such as 4 times VIP points on certain LEGO sets, and also double points on the entire store. Did I say VIP points? Yeah, I've been a VIP member for a long time, not an Insiders member. I just can't get it through my head that the name has changed, everybody. But it's 4 times points on certain sets, double points on all the other sets, and also on the pab wall. And then there is some gift with purchases as well. We actually have 3 of them. There's this one here, but this one is limited to certain themes. Friends, Ninjago, Dreams, and also City. That is the gorilla encounter, where we get the baby gorilla, and also the gentleman that has made the encounter, I guess we'll call him. And then there's also the hot chocolate stand. You're gonna get that for free if you spend 220 Canadian dollars. Of course, that threshold is gonna be different in the United States. And then there is the Mini Knights Castle. You get that one for free if you spend 325 Canadian dollars, and it comes with 2 horses and 2 castles. It's just like a micro scale build. There's no minifigures or anything included in that. So I honestly think that this is the better of the 2 GWPs because you get 2 minifigures. In the Disney area here, we have one of the best sales that you can find in store. That is the Disney Castle. The Disney Castle is on for $415.99 from $520. So I think that's 20%, but as you can see, there's none here because they're flying off the shelves. But they actually have them sealed in like their cardboard box just behind the cash register, so you can grab them there, I guess. Well, I don't know if you can grab them there anymore when this video drops because they're sold out. It's funny, you can hear some people talking in the background. You hear that loudspeaker. Well, they're actually having an arm wrestling tournament, and I'm pretty sure this guy is the winner. This is the Moana set here from Moana 2. I sort of want to get it just for the Maui minifigure, or big figure, I should say. What is it? Normally $130, on for $104. Also below that, they have the Lilo and Stitch set on sale as well. Regular $120, on for $96. This actually does have that like island beach vibe. I have one already, but if we wanted to close the back of it, this actually might be a good pickup. 834 pieces, $96 on sale, but it does come with some pretty cool minifigures. So that's an idea, a thought, maybe. A lot of people are picking up the Ultimate Collector Series Christmas tree because that would get you to the threshold where you get both gift with purchases. And this is where they have the stacks of Disney castles. Now online, they had the Ninjago City Markets for 20% off, but unfortunately, that product has exited the store. So they don't have those available in store, which sort of surprises me. There's a bunch of stuff online on sale that you can no longer get in store. So, for example, you can't get Ninjago City Markets, but they have Ninjago City Workshops at regular price, but you get double points on it, plus you would get those 2 GWPs. But a lot of the stuff that you see online isn't in stores. They do have the Red Hulk and Captain America brickheads for 40% off, and they also have the Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader brickheads for 20% off, along with some keychains up here on sale as well, such as Iron Man and Harley Quinn, also Fennec Shand and the Scout Trooper. Then they have this LEGO Star Wars Revenge of the Sith Heroes and Villains 5-pack on sale as well. It's 20% off, which would actually stack pretty nicely with the double points and GWPs. So the sets that are on quad points, there's actually stacks of them behind the counter here, such as the River Steamboat, and then there is the NASA SCA here as well. One of the heavily discounted sets is actually right down here in the DC area. Holy, that guy's loud. But this is the animated series Gotham City Skyline. It's like the 3D style art set, and it's normally $390, on for $392.50, and I think that one is retiring soon. I think one of the more popular items or themes in the LEGO store right now is all the holiday stuff. I've seen a lot of people walking out with a bunch of these. This is the Alpine Lodge, which is the older Winter Village set, which is probably going to retire because I think it's the oldest one on the shelf right now. And also the Holiday Express, so some people are capitalizing on getting that with the GWP, which sort of makes sense because it has a holiday theme, that being a hot chocolate stand. There's also the Santa's sleigh, the Santa, and that like UCS style Christmas tree. I saw the Santa's post office somewhere as well. But I'm actually sort of surprised that this one here isn't on sale, because usually the older Winter Village collection sets are on sale at this time of year. Maybe next weekend during the Black Friday sales. That guy really needs to announce his arm wrestling tournament. There's the River Steamboat that I was showing you in the boxes behind there, also the SCA, and then there's the 4 times points on the Willy Wonka and the and the Chocolate Factory set as well. Why do I always do that? Willy Wonka and the Charlie Chocolate Factory. Oh my gosh. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is on for quad points, and there it is in the front window. I thought this would be on for quad points, but no, I think it's just on for double points, but I actually don't even see them on the shelf. Actually, you know what? I lied. There's a spot for the fish tank right down here, and I saw somebody carrying the box around, and the box is so big that they can only fit one on the display, so I'd imagine they're going to restock that. That thing is like $600. Mrs. Bricksie actually accumulated a cart yesterday with a bunch of different elements to create Coral Reef, and she based a lot of the designs off that set, which is not there, even though I'm pointing at it. So yeah, we've got a bunch of Coral Reef on order, but we're not going to pick up the fish tank. But yeah, she ordered like a bunch of these like interesting leaf elements and just a bunch of elements that you see within the set here to create different types of coral reef for our deep sea area. And those guys are just stoked over there. And she also went through a bunch of the other botanical sets to get inspiration for different coral reef builds. So I was talking about sets that have exited from the product line here in the store, and that includes the Boutique Hotel and also the Jazz Club, which was 20% off online this morning, but they don't have them in store. The only 2 modular buildings that they have in store is the Tudor Corner and also the Natural History Museum down there. I might go up there and do some arm wrestling myself, but right by the arm wrestling tournament, we have some damaged box sales. So there's some Ninjago stuff, Dream stuff, and City stuff. Also One Piece and some other things. There is another pod that has a larger sets, such as the Star Wars logo, the dancing figures, the Vincent van Gogh art, some Technic stuff, and also some Lunar New Year sets, along with Pac-Man and the Mario and Yoshi. So I'll be honest with you, despite all the sales and stuff and the fact that it's double points, there's not a whole lot of sets that I want to add to the collection right now, but of course we are going to check out the pad wall. In order to get that GWP, we would have to buy 10 boxes. That would put us at 220, and there's no way I'm going to load up more to get the little castle set. But I think we're going to load up 10 boxes worth of parts, because there's a lot of good green elements here, which could go toward our landscaping. They also have the white slopes and a bunch of good pieces that we can just use for landscaping, mountain building, medieval building, etc. So, unlike anybody else here today, I'm gonna load up 10 boxes. Yeah, the store is absolutely jammed and there's no one at the pad wall. So I actually got to the Lego store about 20 minutes before they opened. There wasn't a huge lineup at the very beginning, but then people started like, you know, gathering around the front of the store, and then they opened the doors and it was like the floodgates. Everyone went in there and they started loading up on sets and stuff, which makes sense because the deals are really good, even double points, GWPs. It's a really good time of year to capitalize on those deals. But yeah, there wasn't as many deals in store as there was online, because a lot of the stuff has exited, which doesn't really I guess it makes sense from a retail point of view. But I was loading up boxes there. I loaded up 10 boxes. I'll show you what we got when we get back to the studio. And it was super loud, super busy, and the arm wrestling tournament was so loud I sort of got like a headache. So I got to get out of there as soon as possible. So I just loaded up 10 boxes, and now we're on our way out. I didn't get any sets just because there's nothing really there that sort of tickled my fancy. I'll admit it. We sort of have everything that we want in the set department. Maybe like the Ultimate Collector Series, that's normally called Christmas Tree. But I don't know. It's not really well, none of it is, you know, a need. It's all I want. But I would rather have parts right now for the Lego City and mega Lego City projects than anything. That's sort of what we're passionate about right now, and that's what we want to continue working on as we move forward in the future. So I just got parts because double points and a good gift with purchase. It just made sense to do so. All right, the bag almost didn't make it out alive here. Like, look at the boxes in there. They're like bursting open, contaminating each other. It's not good. It's not good. I don't want to sort this stuff. I tried to put the same pieces in every box so that there's very little sorting. So yeah, we loaded up on pab boxes. I want to say pab cups so bad because I didn't think there was any sets there that we wanted to get. And I don't know if you saw my vlog the other night on my other channel, Bricksie Talks. If you didn't, or if you don't subscribe there, make sure you do, because we do a lot of talking, a lot of behind the scenes banter on that channel there. And there's my 10 boxes. Also my gift with purchase. And my loose pieces in the bottom of the bag. Now, I was very surprised to see that the pab wall wasn't fully loaded for this event, because why wouldn't you be locked and loaded and ready to go for the weekend, especially when it's Insiders Weekend? So I was very surprised by that. But we got some corner plates over there. I think there's another box of those. The reason we ordered, or the reason I bought so many corner plates is because we have like those big green hills that we have in our Lego city that are mainly just like brick built at this point. And we've got to get rid of that brick thickness. So of course we can put corner plates amongst that to try and blend it in. So yeah, I got 2 boxes of those. Also, I just dumped out a box of 1x6 green plates there, which I feel like we're going to use a ton of when we go about doing the medieval area, and also when we start to round out the hills in the countryside, which we've already started doing. So that's why I also got more of these green slopes. Now, I feel like these green elements actually come around when it's the holiday season, so like in November and December, and then once the holiday season is over, they sort of disappear. So I feel like you gotta sort of get them while they're there, and when it's double points, why wouldn't I? Even though I have a lot of these right now, and they're in like freezer bags behind us, I wanted to get more just because we use so many of them. I've done so many like landscapes, and I know when you get to the phase of doing landscapes for the different areas, the medievals and mountain and all that, well then these parts just go so quickly. That's why I decided to get the cheese slopes as well. They have like those mini builds there, like it's a wreath right now, and just for some reason, whenever it's holiday, or whenever it is the holidays, the parts are sort of themed for that holiday. Like for example, on Halloween, they might have some orange elements, and in Christmas time, they have white and green and red elements. So it's all sort of the colors appropriate to the holidays. And I got a bunch of these white curve slopes. I'm thinking maybe somewhere on our ski slope, when we get around to building that, we can use these curved slopes to have like nice mounds of snow everywhere. Of course, we have some behind us, but we have the amount that was adequate for detailing the winter village in our basement, and also the ski slope in our basement. And obviously the one that we build now is going to be larger, so we're going to have to bulk up on some of those parts. But I tried not to get anything random, because the random stuff is what sort of piles up in our backstock behind us. But what I more so tried to do was get things that we could use right away within these projects. So that's a box of white slopes there. And of course, that's going to go on top of the mountains to try and round those out. Oh, I got 3 boxes of these. Or was this 2? I can't even remember. But either way, we're going to go through boatloads of those. I remember when I was grabbing a lot of these before. I thought I got more of these. These are the 2x2 plates, but last time we were there, we got a lot of those as well. The 2x2 plates are great for when we're doing the mills work, but rather than going a brick high, we do a plate high, because the 16x16 Technic panels are 1 brick and 1 plate. So when you take the 2x2 and then you put another plate on top of that, well, now that 16x16 Technic panel, which is 1 brick and 1 plate, all of a sudden becomes 2 bricks, and we can get it up to that brick math. So these are really helpful for when it comes to mills plating those, so that we can have everything flush and work together within the Lego system within the countryside and mountains. So there you go. That is our haul. And in addition, we got the hot chocolate stand. It looks like I might have got a little bit carried away with these here, but believe me, we're going to go through a lot of them. I think we even have a half freezer bag of them, but I am just preparing for the medieval area. It's all about preparing for these projects far in advance, because I know when we get started, I'm going to run into the predicament where it's like, oh no, I need to order more of these parts. Or, oh, we better go hit up the wall and see if they have these parts again, because guess what? We're out again. So if I can just slowly but surely stockpile these parts for those projects, well, that's a good thing. And yeah, we're going to snow-capped mountains and winter villages and ski slopes and stuff like that. So there you go. It's always good to get the white while they're available. And this is just a beautiful GWP. I foresee this one holding some value. And also it's just a great thing that can go in the winter village, in the amusement park, anywhere in the Lego city. So you can have multiple of these throughout one city. I like that. It's a good one. Like I said in the video, I think this one here is better than that little castle. So that's our little Insiders Weekend haul from the Lego store. In addition to this here, we placed a bunch of orders online. We got a lot of the rock panels that we need for the mountains, which is excellent. We got a whole bunch of stuff for the coral reef. Like I mentioned, Mrs. Bricksie put a lot of work into that, so that's good. So deep sea area is going to be being worked on and completed really soon. Just need to figure out what I'm going to do for the blue light under there. And then the 16 by 16 plates for the medieval area. Yeah, so we did a lot online. And I didn't want to get any more sets because we got to focus on Lego City and landscaping and stuff like that. Plus we have a whack of parts here for building custom little builds and all that. So like actual structures. Yeah, exciting times. Just taking it one day here at the studio, and look at that. Got some great parts for landscaping. Cool beans. Got to do it while there's good sales and GWPs and double points. Thank you so much for coming on by. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Bye for now.